Good morning. Today you notice the sun has come already. The wind is blowing, the gust of wind is crooning, touching my face, my cheek. That is good, but it might create some vibration, some rattling sound. Okay, guys, so again, good morning. My name is Alok. I have been teaching globally, and I'm not here to add that what I'm doing. My main purpose every day, when I come here, what do I share? Why do I come here? Why I record every day a video is because there are majority of people they are suffering with the weak English communication skill. Yeah, you heard it right. A lot of people in the world, a majority of people, I'm talking about world, I'm not talking about a specific area. I'm talking about world. So a lot of people, they all are facing the same situation, problem. But how many of those? Only a handful of people they dare to start to embark on this journey. A handful people only, not even 10%. Yeah, it is not my comment. I'm not a researcher. It is on behalf of research that only 5 to 4% they become a great speaker when it comes to English communication, a skill. So majority of people they are stuck somewhere and they just learn to narrate, to share his or him idea. That's it. But if you are somebody who want to have command over the language, I'm not saying I'm not intending here to be the master. Nobody has become perfect in the journey of anything. Every learning things is all the life learning. So here, every day I come here just to motivate, just to share my thought, and it might or you may correlate with your. So yesterday, all day long, I went through some activity. I'm not diving there, but during the afternoon, I was sitting on my table looking at a screen. I was sitting glued to my screen. Yeah, that is good sentence here. I'm a teacher, so I try to bring some expression also. I was sitting glued to my screen, watching something. At the same time, I noticed click, a sound came, notification came, and that notification was on WhatsApp or one of my student who had been learning with me. He had a great curiosity, a great obsession to be good at English. So he shared me a video, and that video was about a lady. Yeah, and the lady, she was handicapped from Pakistan, or she was speaking well, eloquently, clearly, with the great articulated manner. So I started listening to her without saying him. He shared me, hi or hello. I started listening because I know when he shared, he's one of my students. It means he must have gone through some idea, some observation that captivated him to share with me. And finally, I came across the video. I clicked on it. It was being played, or I started listening with her. And I started the standing ovation. People stand and they were clapping. The sound was resonated all around the auditorium wherever that video was recorded. A lot of people they were sitting and watching her. And she started with a sentence, the guy falling short of word to speak, and then she started speaking. See, I was not looking at the time now at the screen of mobile. I was still looking on my laptop because my purpose was to listen, to filter some of the word, vocabulary, expression, idiom, phrases, and to scan the way of speaking, what was the speak and how she was speaking. That is what my target was. So I started listening to her. I came across many words. So she was a handicapped lady from Pakistan. She was sharing her all the story that what brought her in that circumstance, that predicament. So she shared that she was growing in a culture in Pakistan where, yeah, the society was there, and she had many dreams in her eyes. She wanted to be a lot of things, but the culture was not allowing her. But still, she was not trying to prevent herself to go beyond the people thought. So she had a lot of dreams, and she was dreamer, motivate. She was motivating herself, trying to propel beyond the level. But fate had written something else in her destiny journey. One day, her parents came with a proposal that they wanted her to get married. She had no idea, she had not thought to get married, and she said, what will change in my life if I get married? What will happen decent? Everybody is getting married, everybody is having such situations. Somebody has pathetic, somebody has great, but what something will be changed in her life? Why she will get married? But again, parents are parents, they always think good for their children. So she cannot avoid, and she could not denied that. She had to embarrass, she had to embrace. And finally she got married, and one day she was traveling somewhere with his husband in the car. And what happened, there might be his husband, her husband may be feeling drowsiness or tired, so he fell asleep, and the car fell asleep in a ditch. And it was a terrible, horrible, pathetic incident. Anyhow, her husband managed to get out of the car, jumped out of the car, but she stuck into it, and it was a pathetic situation for her. And she narrated that it was a far flung area. There are no facilities, no hospital, nothing that anybody may come or rush her to hospital, and immediately doctor may start treatment, or she will at least have some chance to be well. It took a lot of time to reach to hospital. Finally she reached, and then what happened, doctor said to her, every part of the body is broken, so now you will be not able to walk all of your life. First, second, you cannot give a birth to a child. So these all things had been deprived from her life. Anyway, you may understand, if such terrible situation comes in anybody's life, what happened. Again, after a few months bedridden, she came to her house, and she had two thoughts in her mind. She need to live on the public relative mercy, lamenting all day life, or she need to do something, because she was aware if she will be in the adverse, she will embrace the adversity, or will be lying on the bed all day long and creeping, lamenting, nothing will happen. Even that situation will bring their family in that terrible situation. So the next choice was, she thought to do something in her life. She asked her parents to bring some board, and she started learning painting. The painting was great. People start praising her, admiring her. Gradually, she enhanced communication skill. She learned English. Or now, circling back, she was on the same page. She was narrating that, okay, that was the time. If somebody else would have been in that situation, what would happen with his mindset, whoever it must be. But she decided not to go in that situation. She had another choice, and today she is speaking in front of thousand people. She had become a motivational speaker, and she was sharing that you all, you have great health, you have hands, you have mouth, you have eyes, you have leg, you have a stomach, everything is okay, but still you are always and always grumbling, complaining that you don't have that, you need that. If you don't have that, how will you lead the life? Blah, a lot of things we are crippling with. But believe, think about those people, even they don't have they are handicapped. There are many people, they are losing their life. Many people, they don't have hand, they don't have mouth, they don't have eyes. Think about those people. At least you guys all have whatever God has given you. God has carved you meticulously, and you are the naturally prepared to gain anything in your life. Whatever comes, adverse situation, predicament, anything comes in the life, life does not go flat, it has up and down. You have to fight with this. Instead, blaming, complaining to the God, instead putting in all your effort to gain what you want in your life, what you want your journey. This apply for learning English communication skill also. Because I am a teacher, I was in the terrible situation a decade ago when I want to learn English, but I was not able. I was always complaining to the circumstances, environment, situation, but what else? It was not the right way to do that. Anyway, circling back to the topic. So that is what she was sharing. People were listening. She adapted. She said that what if I cannot give a birth, a baby? There are a lot of baby wandering on the road. I can adopt. So she adopted a baby boy, and now she is living a great life. She was smiling, sharing ideas, sharing thought, and people were listening to her. It was a great motivation for those who always had complaint. They always are grumbling, making complaint about some situation. Because of that, they are not growing, they are not able to propel their career to the next level, they are not growing in their business, in the job, blah blah blah. So the person, my student, he shared with me the video. Actually, he noticed her confidence level, he noticed how meticulously she had prepared all the sentences, or eloquently she was narrating. Every word should have been listened. Every sentence was clear, common, and supernatural, spontaneous. Nothing was that you are putting your all effort to understand. That is called the language. Language means whatever you are speaking, it should resonate with people. People should understand what you want to share, what all things you have in your mind, or you want to speak, you want to share. I finally listened to that. I think I noted down some vocabulary, some structure, some words. So this happened when I listen anything. I try to take some notes so that later on I may use. That is why always and always I share with all guys. Be surrounded with something that you want. So what do? I come across these kinds of a structure, these kinds of context. I make a note. I write at least something so that later on I may improve my communication skill also. We have learned a lot of things, but there are always room to improve, to learn. So everything when I go through, like any article, podcast, YouTube video, sometime or all the time, there is something that I learned, and that is what I heard that video twice. I listened to her twice, and I shared some of the word with the person who sent me the video. And yeah, so this is what the guy whom I have been teaching, he is super interested about learning, and that is why always whatever he is doing he share with me. And even most of the time I share my routine so that it motivates him, or somewhere it encourages him to stay in the journey, because he knows the value of effective English communication skill. You know also, if you are listening, how great it is and how embarrassment it is if you don't have this skill set in your journey, in your life. So this happens, guy. If you are one of those who want to learn English, who wants to improve communication skill, speaking well, you want to form great sentences, you want to live influence with people, keep or stick with it until you don't grab it. So thank you and bye bye.